Thank you for joining me on this tour of my mega base. You can see I put probably far too many hours into this, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it turned out pretty good. There were definitely a bunch of modifications I made along the way because I kind of went into it completely blind. So I made quite a few mistakes that took some time out of my building process, and I'll go ahead and share some of the tips I learned with you at the end. But let's go ahead and we'll get going. Heading on up to my main gate here, I got just a nice round fence going all the way around, keep everybody out. 4 entrances, one on each side. Going in, you can see one of the others there. Got you on the other side as well. And our main gates here. Only one entrance to the fort here. Idea being I want to force people, if they get in through that main gate, into this little kill hole. Basically have plenty of little spots you can look down, and anybody walking into here is going to have their head on a swivel. Coming up, just a little storage room down below. That was basically my starting spot where I was farming off of my trees and kind of hidden down there so nobody could attack me, and built off of that. So going around, you can see I got those nice little perches up there on the top level, give you views out pretty much 3 corners, I would say. Going up, I wanted to force everybody kind of around this maze. You have to come up here, and your option, once you come to these doors, you got a little storage room, which at this point isn't really being used for anything, obviously. Don't have too much added to the game yet as far as that goes. You'll have your second entrance, and this base is symmetrical. So I have basically the exact same setup minus the crates for the storage, obviously, because they're available in odd numbers. So going through here, it's going to bring you to this hallway. Now, it's kind of tough to tell, but there is another door on the side here, just a little room. And coming through, get to the staircase after, but we got our storage room here, and this is where I'm keeping most of my goodies, gear, weapons, and we got a nice open kind of lounge back here where you're pretty protected from the back side, and you still have a little view of the front gate here, but kind of a nice chill little spot. Going up to the next floor here, kind of similar layout to the lower, but you have a bit more kind of eye over the playing field here. So you got the view to the side, you can come back, got a little corner here so we can get some back view there, back into the woods, and a little perch here so we can come again, give a little threat to that front door. Just a nice little peek down. Coming through, I got a couple little hidden storage rooms in each corner here, just a little crate with some ammo in it, some medical supplies, and coming through, just a nice little front area here, and again, some more overview, but mainly got a pretty good view here. It obviously took a very long time to find a space on a fairly populated server. Getting thirsty. Better go ahead and drink on up. Alright, now we can continue our tour. Coming up, we got a tower on each corner here. Give us a nice view all the way around, minus the back, obviously, but definitely some nice spots we can pick some people off as they're going by if we so desire. Come back down, I did plan so that you can get up onto the roof. You'll access that just in case. And our access up to the back little control area. So this gives us a nice view over that back hill. Keep an eye out, make sure we're not getting ambushed. And a great view down on the courtyard. Got a couple of these sandbags set up that we can get a little cover, but also be able to reach out past the floor line here and not get some clipping issues trying to aim over the sandbag there, so we can get around it. Place some fire down no matter where people are at. And coming around, again, some access to the roof there, and these upper back towers again give you some good vantage points coming around the base. When you're planning on placing your stairs, you're going to want to look at a couple things here. So when you're going to place your stairs, you're going to get locked out of being able to place a center tile. to kind of connect everything if you place your stairs on a corner of the scaffolding like that, or like that. If you go ahead and you place it like that in the center of the scaffolding, or like yay, you'll be able to close everything in, so you'll only have the two open pieces. For example, pop that in, and you'll be able to close off both there and there. Now, regardless of whether or not the stairs are here, you will not be able to place a piece of decking in this center spot. So you'll want to take that into consideration when you plan out for your stairs. So once you go ahead and you place down a curved piece of scaffolding, a corner, you're going to be kind of locked out of placing in any of these square scaffolding pieces in the future. So you would have to put in another piece of the curved scaffolding or skip it altogether. When you're planning out your scaffolding, you're going to have a few options. Now, the small standard scaffolding is going to allow you to pretty much work on every area, top, bottom, and you will be able to put a wall on each side. These larger ones have some openings. You get to choose either 1, 2, or all sides being open. And once you do that, you're not going to be able to place a wall on those openings or decking in between. You can, however, place these large wall gates along the entire thing. One will take up the entire passage there, but that's the only way you're going to be able to seal off those connecting areas. One last thing I'd leave you with is when you're going to build your materials and build your pieces for your fort, don't sit there and just build one piece at a time or two pieces at a time and plan them and, sit there and mount them. Go ahead and build out a ton of pieces, 10, 20, 30, plan out, say, hey, I'm going to need, 10, 15 wall pieces, I'm going to need a bunch of decking, and just go and mass produce it, come out, and then just install it all at once. It's going to save you a lot of time from running back and forth. Thank you for joining me on this tour of my mega fort. If you have any questions or any suggestions for some changes, I'm constantly changing this up. Go ahead and leave them in the comments, and have a great day.